South is full of haunted history. There are ghost stories around every corner waiting to be told.
I know that the paranormal is real.
Nestled within the shadows of a quaint Tennessee town lies the mysterious site, the infamous Old South Pittsburg Hospital. Revered as one of the South's most haunted locations, it truly lives up to its eerie reputation. Built on a land steeped in the rich history of Native American lore and the echoes of the Civil War, this sprawling structure, spanning over 68,000 square feet, was established in 1959 by a group of 4 medical professionals, but later closed its doors in 1998. The spirits that roam these hallowed halls seem to draw their energy from the layers of history embedded in the very soil. As dusk descends and darkness cloaks the abandoned corridors, our team braces themselves for encounters with the unknown. So tonight we're going to be at the Old South Pittsburg Hospital in South Pittsburg, Tennessee.
This is one of our absolute favorite places to go investigate. We've been here several times and we look forward to it every single time. We're conducting a 2-night investigation. We'll be setting up cameras throughout the hospital so that we'll be able to see what takes place even when we're not present. We'll also be conducting controlled experiments that have resulted in great evidence in the past. One will be a balloon sealed within an airtight enclosure. The balloon inside would have to be physically manipulated in order to move. The balloon outside of the casing acts as a control. We'll be with members of the Tuscaloosa Paranormal Research Group. Also joining us will be our 3 hosts, who are volunteers at Old South Pittsburg Hospital. Before we got started for the night, the ladies took us on a tour showing us some hot spots, as well as shared some of their own experiences at the hospital.
My name's Stacy Kirkendall, and I'm a volunteer here at Old South Pittsburg Hospital. So this is Miss Nellie's room. She used to help the nurses, and when she had her bad days, they would actually lock her in her room so she doesn't like her door shut. When she passed, they actually found her over here in the corner, curled up in a ball.
Hi, my name is Dee Huff, and I am a volunteer at Old South Pittsburg Hospital. We were down in the kitchen area doing a public investigation, and before these stairs right here were open, they were blocked off, and we kept hearing people run up and down these stairs. Obviously, that can't happen because they were closed off. A friend of mine came, and we stood right here, and when I looked to my right, I saw a full figure apparition with his work shirt on, the whole, looked like you and I standing there, and I could tell he was looking at me like, "You're disrupting us, get out of here." Needless to say, I did.
Hey, I'm Chris. I'm a volunteer here at Old South Pittsburg Hospital. Me and another volunteer were in here, and we set up Boo Bear in the high chair, and we weren't getting anything, so we set our phones up and decided we were going to take a lap around the whole 3rd floor here. Set the Boo Bear up in the rocking chair, phones recording. We got back here, we started listening to the video, and you can hear us walking farther away, and then right after that you hear a whisper say, "It's in the chair." And it is the clearest whisper I've ever heard in my entire life come through, and I know nobody else would have been up here, so that was really cool. Yeah, we had the Boo Bear in the high chair there, The rocking chair was over here, so we had the camera set up on the back facing this way, so they had known it moved from that high chair to the rocking chair and letting them know that it had moved from one chair to another. It was so cool. So this is our body box. This is where they actually stored the bodies after people had passed. We had to knock a hole through the wall in order to get into here, but originally they would come through this outside door to put the bodies in, and our guests who were here in the waiting room would actually be right beside of it, using the bathroom. This is the women's bathroom. I don't know, there's always a different kind of vibe down here. It's really.
While we were looking around the chapel and sharing stories, things took an unexpected turn.
I was doing this, like filming them telling me stuff. A child started laughing. Did something touch you?
I swear to God, it just did. I just freaked me out.
Filming them telling me stuff. A child started laughing. Did something touch you?
I swear to God, it just did. I just freaked me out. I mean, look at the chills on me. Like, that just freaked me out. Like, it pushed my leg and everything. Woo! Man, I'm sweating. I'm cold sweating right now. Yeah, y'all have fun tonight. Y'all have fun tonight.
We're starting with an EVP session in the chapel. People have reported hearing disembodied voices and growls in this area. There have also been reports of people getting scratched, as well as being touched, which we've already experienced tonight with one of our hosts during the tour. Present during this session will be Craig and myself, along with Heather and Tommy, 2 TPRG investigators.
So I brought my son tonight. He doesn't believe in ghosts.
I do not. I want something that will make me rethink everything that I believe. That would be awesome, so.
Yeah.
So, Chris got touched right where you are.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So my name is Ashley.
And I'm Heather.
I'm Tommy.
And I'm Craig.
And we are here to visit. We're from Tuscaloosa.
Alabama.
And Birmingham.
And we would love to have some of you come and talk with us.
It has been probably about 2 years since I've been here. And I've missed it. I've actually had dreams about this place. And it's fun coming back because I know where everything is. As soon as I walk in, it feels like coming home.
Something just tapped me on the back of my left shoulder, just so y'all know. It was 2 taps.
But there was something under your voice right then.
Really?
Yeah. And it was over here, not there.
Okay, I do think something's messing with me. My whole chest is tight, and I feel like I'm about to throw up. I was fine a minute ago, but seriously, I feel like I'm about to throw up. It's so tight in my chest.
Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Did y'all hear that?
Yes, quiet for a second. There's something touching me.
Yeah, my back is kind of burned up.
My head.
There's something moving behind you.
Did y'all hear that?
I did.
I think. I don't
Something
know.
moved across the ceiling. It could be rats in the ceiling.
The critter.
Bat.
I hope it's not a bat.
Yeah.
You don't really hear bats there. They're pretty silent. We know that from Drish.
Yeah. And they don't like it when you scream.
Right.
Did your light go out?
Camera just cut off.
I was about to say.
Full battery.
Oh, did you hear that? Bias?
That is.
Oh, did you hear that? Bias?
That is. No, that was
was
something
heavy.
sitting on the.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
something
was
back
like
there.
a bench. Hey, we just had a hit.
Yeah, okay, too.
It,
You okay?
no, something keeps touching me. My whole left side is tingling. Something touched me on my forehead just then.
We just came to hang out with you. I feel like something just touched me on my shoe.
Yeah,
Hey, did you all just hear that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like footsteps.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Late night.
Oh, something just rubbed up my leg. It was like a. Yeah. I felt my. So I was in the chapel area with Craig, Heather, and Tommy, and something kept tapping me on the back of the shoulder. Craig was seeing movement behind me, and then something touched me on my head and across my whole back. I started feeling something kind of burning on the back of my shoulder, so I thought maybe I had been scratched. We didn't see anything, but then something started tapping me again. Something touched me on the leg. Something touched Heather. So there was definitely something in there messing with us. So this is one of the surgical rooms.
There's a lot of echo. That's what the lights were.
This cabinet right here is open. Is that the one that closes on its own, or does it open on its own? Why don't we close it and see if it opens?
Let's see that.
How many cabinets is that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the 8th one from this side.
And it says screwdrivers, pliers, and wire cutters.
Okay. So we'll come back.
5A.
We'll come back in a little bit and see if this cabinet door opens by itself. Wish we had a camera on it. Hemorrhoid tray, yes.
Stirrups in this room.
You wanna put your legs in them?
No, just look at it.
Get up there and see if something responds.
Somebody play some music.
I don't know.
What we got?
What kind of music does he like?
Rock and roll. Classic rock.
Jim is a resident spirit here at Old South Pittsburg Hospital. He was the caretaker living on the property after the hospital closed. Jim loved music and has been said to respond when visitors play his favorite songs.
I'm going to saturate the room with cat balls. Oh, I love cat balls. I do too. It's my new favorite thing.
Oh yeah, I do.
Really
I literally have a monthly subscription to cat balls. I get 2 every month.
Are you for real?
I have a whole bag full of cat balls.
Do you have cats?
No.
Okay.
Those are literally cat toys. They respond to movement. They don't respond to any electromagnetic field. They don't respond too much to vibration. It has to be a pretty strong vibration. They physically have to be touched.
Maybe we'll come earlier next time, if that would help.
Would you prefer if they come back tomorrow?
Jesus
That was
Man.
Oh, wow.
Sorry about that.
I wonder if that's
Okay.
his answer to yes, come back tomorrow.
Or he's laughing at us.
I think he liked me accidentally kicked the cat ball.
I think so. See, we know you're in here, bub.
Now, just to let you know, we're on a concrete slab. We're on the bottom floor. There's no movement. So even us jumping,
Yeah.
nothing
There's no reason for that.
Nothing is
ball.
going to
Unless someone
affect that
touched
cat
it.
ball.
After the cat ball went off and Craig scared everyone, about 20 minutes went by with no responses to our EVP questions, until one of our investigators asked the volunteers if Jim had any living relatives. There was an empty metal chair next to me, and with no other sounds like this throughout our time in there, we heard a loud metal pop, almost as if someone had sat down in the chair. It seems as though Jim wanted to join in when his family was mentioned.
What was that?
The chair next to me.
No one's in the chair next to you?
No.
That's pretty loud.
Yeah.
What was that?
The chair next to me.
Ashley, do you have a ring on?
I do.
Like maybe can you tap it on the middle part of the, see if it makes that sound? That's what
That
it sounded
sounds
like.
like.
That's what it sounded like to me. Was
Yeah.
somebody with a ring. I wonder if he wore a ring. I mean, people in the 70s wore rings. You know? Guys,
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Disclaimer to all visitors and paranormal investigators. Jim still has living relatives, and out of respect for them and also respect for the spirits, please always approach your investigations and sessions in a very respectful and sensitive way.
All right, down here we have our laser grid set up. And here we have a wonderful experiment that we're working on right now. Our experiment that we've done previously with a balloon on this floor, where we set a camera on a balloon in a glass box for about 48 hours. And at one point, it did a complete revolution, stopped, went right back to where it had started from and stopped again. And that is the only time it ever did that in the entire time that we had it.
Attention please, obstetrics visiting hours are now over. Attention please, obstetrics visiting hours are now over.
Is that them downstairs?
Is there a Boo Bear in there?
There's a Boo Bear in there.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Boo Bear's going off.
Boo Bear's going off in there.
Let's take a look at Boo Bear.
Yeah,
You wanna?
that nursery.
Okay, so Boo Bear is going off in the nursery. That's what we're hearing. Boo Bear is a device that serves multiple purposes. It's used as a trigger object to attract child spirits. It also has several EMF detectors built in that will alert us if a possible entity is nearby. Unlike other EMF devices such as a REM pod with alerts that are loud and could possibly frighten a child spirit away, Boo Bear's alerts are soft and playful.
Do you like playing with the bear?
Can you hold the bear's hand again?
So you can keep playing with.
Yes, we want to hold your hand. Tell me how old you are and what you came to the hospital for.
Oh, wow.
Early on in the night, we were trying to find our way around the hospital and walked by an area known as the Shadow Hallway. The hallway definitely gave me a weird vibe, and we were hearing knocks and movement coming from it. We decided to come back to investigate. Paging Dr. Havron? Dr. Havron, are you here? That came from one of these rooms.
It was to the left of us. Yeah.
So there's one room that says Kenny Hayes. Are you in that room? Okay, we've heard you knock several times, but can you do it twice in a row? Like 1, 2. I heard that.
I heard that.
Thank you. Okay, we've heard you knock several times, but can you do it twice in a row? Like 1, 2. I heard that.
I heard that.
Thank you.
Let's go. Did it again. So is it consistent on the time, Jonathan?
I don't know yet. That's the first time. So a minute and 25 seconds. Yeah.
It's consistent like on the time?
Yeah.
Jonathan started timing the loud knocks, and they seemed pretty consistent, so we're not sure if that was paranormal. However, the only time we heard 2 taps was when I asked for 2 knocks.
We're doing a group spirit box session in the ER's waiting room area, right outside the body box. A spirit box is a device that scans through frequencies, and spirits can use the energy and speak through the device so that we can hear them. We received a few faint voices but couldn't quite make out what they were saying. However, we started getting activity on other devices.
Alright, can you let us know you're here?
There you go.
There we go. I mean, this is like really not a usual thing to happen.
No, especially not.
They never go off.
They hardly ever go off.
Oh, whoa.
Huh.
What the hell is that?
Oh my God, they're on top of it.
That is very, very, very unusual.
Was that you, Tommy?
No, what?
That shuffle?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
There's some movement over there.
Over where?
That in the hallway?
Okay.
That's where I was hearing something earlier that I thought was wrong.
John, are you in here? Will you make a knock in the body box for us?
Did someone just say shh?
No, I heard that.
Did y'all hear someone say shh?
Yeah, I was like,
I heard it, yeah, but
It wasn't you,
wasn't
Tommy?
me.
no, I heard it when you called it up.
There it goes again.
Because I definitely heard someone.
John, are you in here? Will you make a knock in the body box for us?
Something is trying to communicate. And it's trying to come through this because I keep hearing the same whisper. Like,
What? I don't know. I don't like
Yeah, I just do not like that.
what happened?
I do like that.
What happened?
I just felt like someone was running up my back. I don't know.
Do y'all hear the in the spirit box?
Yeah.
So we're gonna sit in here with a recorder.
Well, I'm gonna explain that.
What's going on?
REM pod.
REM pod.
REM pod's going off.
This is the first time it's gone off over there.
Yeah.
And I just felt it get so cold over here.
Does that make you want to move?
Kinda.
So what do y'all think so far about everything?
It's been good. The coffee is warm.
Yep, the Red Bull's cold.
And it's keeping us awake.
Yep. That's what you gotta do.
Tell me what you think, David.
We're gonna go through this and make it a good night. So, Red Bull. That's all I can say.
Tell me what you think.
I like these cookies and coffee.
What about the ghost? Are you a believer yet?
I like these though. I'm a believer in Walmart sugar cookies.
So we just wrapped everything up for the night. We're gonna go and get some sleep, come back tomorrow, start the whole thing over again. Not too far from Old South Pittsburg Hospital lies another infamous haunted site, Hell's Bar Dam. The dam sits along the edge of the Tennessee River. Its foreboding presence draws in curious onlookers, and we can't come this close without paying it a visit. The dam, submerged and harboring a natural whirlpool, has been the subject of our investigations before. However, our focus on this trip remains the hospital, and we've only begun to scratch the surface. Despite our numerous visits, nothing could have prepared us for what's in store for night 2.
That wasn't mine.
Here we are on day 2. We had a great night last night, got a little sleep today, and we're about to get started investigating our second night.
All right. So last night, room 307, 308, and 309, we closed these doors because there's claims that these doors will open and close. So we came and we latched these doors. As you can see, it's latched, it's closed. Now, to open it, twist the knob and it opens. All right, again, the door is closed. So after our overnight, or our session ended yesterday, we came back up here just shortly ago, and in the process of placing more items out for our investigation, I decided to come check these doors. 309, 308 all had the same thing, they were closed. When I came to 307, it was in this position here. One finger and it opened. Of course, I jumped back, said a few words. So now we have placed a GoPro directly on this handle right here. We're going to put one of the motion sensor cat balls in the corner, and we're also going to take a piece of tape, painter's tape, so we don't damage anything, and go 1/2 across this thing right here.
So on previous investigations, when I was with a different team, we walked down the hall, and it was during the day, and as soon as we got to room 307, it opened up for us. Like, come on in, and say goodbye. And so I had a feeling that it might do that for us, so we'll see.
Could be a great night.
About 45 minutes after we left the GoPro to record, the camera moved on its own. This was discovered later upon review. There are a few things to consider before concluding that something is paranormal. As investigators, we must look for possible explanations. One of our team members, Les Rayburn, who couldn't join us on this investigation, assisted in analyzing this footage and searching for potential answers. Setting up a tripod or any mechanical device often results in stored potential energy, which can suddenly transform into kinetic energy or motion. Sometimes it's physics, not the paranormal at play. Plastic twist locks on tripods are often insufficient. However, one thing to consider is that there was a reason we placed a camera on room 307. We had already experienced activity there, which has been a common occurrence in the past at this particular spot. Could this have been paranormal? Possibly, but it's crucial to always maintain a critical and skeptical approach.
That wasn't mine.
It wasn't mine. That came from over there. What mine?
I hear it.
That wasn't you.
That wasn't mine. I thought it was
That
Fred.
was like a growl from the hallway.
Exactly, that wasn't me. That was weird.
As we were sitting at the DVR and getting ready to start the first investigation of the evening, we started hearing a few unexplainable noises. Unfortunately, we didn't have a recorder rolling yet. First, we started hearing a bell ringing. Immediately after that, we heard an audible growl coming from the hallway next to us. We'd noticed bells hanging from doorways on the 3rd floor. The sound could have easily traveled down the stairwell next to us, but no one was on the 3rd floor at the time. A few of us set out to investigate to see if we could figure out where the bell was coming from. Unknown to us in real time, our camera audio also captured an EVP as we were going to investigate the ringing bell.
That's exactly what it was.
We hear that, but it sounds...
Stand by.
Did y'all hear talking?
Yeah.
Hey, are y'all talking by the DVR? David, is he saying anything?
No, we're completely quiet.
There's another bell on the door. We're going to try another bell. You ready?
Ready.
Anything?
We don't hear anything.
We're going back to this first bell and trying that one more time. See what you think. All right? We're going to ring the bell in 5, 4, 3, 2.
See. That, for them to hear that.
I think that was it.
It sounds like it.
We determined that the ringing bell sound we heard seemed to have been one of the hanging bells upstairs above us. However, we weren't able to replicate the growl we heard. The interesting thing is that there was a series of events that took place within just a few short minutes. We heard the bell, a growl, voices coming from room 307, and caught an EVP on audio. We didn't hear the bell or growl at any other point throughout the night.
I'm looking for a nurse that could help me find a patient here. As we got started, a few of the guys went to get food for the night, while the rest of us split up into groups. One group went to the 1st floor, and the other to the ER area. Tommy and I stayed back to monitor the DVR system. While we were sitting there, we heard some movement coming from a nearby hallway where no one was supposed to be. Tommy stayed at the DVR while I went to investigate. I set up some recorders and began an EVP session, initially asking for a nurse. Then I directed my questions to Buddy, a young boy who reportedly died here from snake bites. As soon as I started asking about Buddy, the activity began to pick up. So I'm looking for a little boy. They call him Buddy? Buddy, if you're here, could you run across the hallway right here? I'd love to be able to see you. When I asked Buddy to show himself, a strange anomaly appeared on my camera. At first, I thought it was dust. Dust and small bugs can appear illuminated and transparent in IR and night vision cameras, often being mistaken for orbs. However, this one made me question that. I frequently catch dust and bugs on my camera, but this didn't quite resemble either. There was no noticeable wing pattern indicating a bug, and it floated differently than the other dust captures throughout the night. If I had to conclude whether this is paranormal, I would say no, it's dust. However, I feel it was compelling enough to analyze further, especially given the series of events that occurred moments later.
Is there a little boy here that has blonde hair? Possibly a little boy in a wheelchair? At this moment, my recorder captures an EVP that I was unaware of at the time. Possibly a little boy in a wheelchair? Possibly a little boy in a wheelchair? We believe the voice to be saying possibility or they'll see me. I had a personal reason for asking about a blonde boy in a wheelchair, even though Buddy isn't described that way. The night before we arrived here, I dreamt I was investigating in this very hallway, and a spirit of a blonde teenage boy in a wheelchair appeared to me. I haven't heard any reports matching this description, but I felt compelled to mention it during my session. Receiving a response like this makes me question my dream, and who I was interacting with. Because I do have a hard time seeing you. Could you light up that ball? All you gotta do is touch it. Moments later, the cat ball, which responds to touch, lit up on command. Right after this, the activity stopped, and the rest of the group returned. I thought this would be a good time to discuss the anomaly I saw on the back of my camera. So we typically don't put a whole lot of validation in things what people normally call like orbs. It's usually something like dust or a bug, but this one looked a little bit different to me, and it also responded to me saying, "Buddy, would you come join me?" And that's when it appeared, and it seemed to respond to me, and so that's why I was intrigued by that little anomaly. So what do you guys think?
But could it be dust?
I don't know. It moved with purpose. It changed direction.
We may be able to, like right now we don't have the ability to put it on a larger screen.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get it on something a little larger, we can.
Yeah.
Well, the video is compelling because it does seem to move differently than what we've been observing the dust move around. But take your scales out and weigh it. We've got, without question, a lot of dust. What time of the year is this right now?
Right.
We're in April in the south. We're in the middle of pollen season. So if you weigh all of those things together, what is it likely to be? It's probably likely to be dust that just happened to, maybe the dust was magnetic and I don't know.
Dust with really good timing.
Dust with really good timing.
Right.
However, again, the video was really compelling because it did seem to
Follow her commands.
almost like a puppy dog following you.
Yeah. And I'll say this too.
So-
there was a series of events. So I had asked Buddy to come and join me. His room is technically above on the third floor where I was standing, so it's like it came down from the ceiling. But also, right after that, I asked Buddy if he wanted to play with the cat ball or play hide and seek. The cat ball goes off. Normally, I totally agree. I would say dust or a bug, but this time, to me, it looked a little bit different. Something that definitely I'd need to analyze.
Right.
Absolutely.
Why would a bug be coming towards you?
Yeah,
Not
it's
away
like
from you.
It stopped, checked me out for a second, then kind of come here.
She's warm. She's the light to the bug.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it was. It was really compelling.
Yeah.
But if you're asking my opinion, I'm going to say, hey, that's really cool, but we don't know what it was.
I think it was
and
Buddy.
until we can,
Do I think it was Buddy?
I think it was Buddy.
Okay.
I think she has a feeling, and I
Well,
think
in
some
this
people
whole
have an
endeavor,
instinct.
everybody's opinion weighs just as much as mine. That, as far as orbs go, that one is probably as compelling as any that I've ever seen.
You know,
So-
it's a bug.
Later, after viewing the footage on my computer, we concluded that this is most likely dust or some particle in the air. However, that doesn't discredit the other evidence and activity that took place. Was I interacting with Buddy? Or perhaps another entity? Tonight we're going to be performing a roleplay session in the ER. The reason why we do this is because it usually triggers a response. It's an experiment that has granted us activity in the past, and we're hoping that by playing out scenarios from when this was a functioning hospital, someone might join in, maybe a doctor or someone here to help. These experiments are always fun to perform, and sometimes even just the laughter is enough to trigger some activity. So this is an SLS camera, and what this does, it uses the Connect technology, and it's mapping out the figures that it sees. And so if an entity joins in, we'll see another figure mapped. We can't see it with our own eyes, but the Connect technology will be able to see it, and it'll show us where they are. We didn't map any figures on the SLS this time, although it's worked in the past. But while the energy was still up from our roleplay session, we decided to try a different experiment suggested by our hosts. So we're going to play hide and seek. So some of the ladies who investigate here a lot told us they get a lot of activity doing this, and so we've got 10 minutes to hide. There's going to be 3 of us, Tommy, Jonathan, and myself. So each of us will be hiding alone in a certain area. So it's going to be interesting. They've had good luck playing games throughout the hospital. Games like hide and seek have generated spirit activity in the past. We thought that sounded like a fun idea. How often do you get to play hide and seek with ghosts in a dark hospital? I mean, come on. This time I suggested putting a bit of a twist on it. 3 of us would go hide, and our host would use the spirit box to see if any spirits would help lead them to our hiding spots. Okay, so this is going to be my hiding spot. If there is anyone here in the room with me, feel free to come and hide with me. This is the X-ray room. I'm going to be hiding by myself. 7 minutes go by with no sounds or EVPs until this. My recorder captured an EVP in which I believe is saying, "They're coming." A few minutes later, I thought I heard a voice next to me saying my name. After reviewing my audio, my recorder captured the voice, although I can't quite make out what it's saying. Shortly after this, I started to hear Stacy and Dee announcing that they were coming down the hall. Could this have been a spirit hiding with me and letting me know that the ladies were coming to find us? I heard my name. I will say that I heard my name, but it was like right before y'all started coming. And so it was like a whisper. I'm gonna follow y'all.
We went in one room and it said no. She said, "She in here?" And it said no.
I said, "Is she gonna jump out and scare us?" And it said, "Maybe." Are we still on the right track? We need to go in here?
No.
That was clear.
Say check.
Yeah.
Dee.
Why you like these so much? Oh, look!
They would start to turn into one room, it would say no. And when they were here, it said check.
Oh, that's cool.
And when it said that, I knew you were in here, so I was like, that's pretty neat.
I was gonna hide.
Are they in this room?
Sorry, I'm repeating what it says
Oh,
when
yeah.
I hear it. So that way.
Yeah.
What about the pharmacy? Is he in here? Maybe? In the closet?
Oh.
Yep.
Did you hear that? They just giggled.
Really?
That was the last one?
Yeah.
Who we got? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just because you're.
So some of us are about to go do solo sessions. We're gonna isolate ourselves in different areas of the hospital, and I'm going to go back to where I had some crazy experiences last night, the chapel. Last night I was having a lot of experiences in the chapel. There was obviously something trying to reach out. I want to see if I can find out what they're trying to communicate. So that's why I'm choosing this location. Now, Stacy's going to be at the top of the stairs. That's not too far, so if she hears me scream, she can come to my rescue.
I will absolutely be right there.
All right, I'm going to do a session, a solo session at the end of the shadow hallway. And honestly, it feels like someone is walking behind me. For the life of me, it sounds like someone is walking behind me. And you see the IR light is over there. Collecting here is an exterior door. And I'm going to set a cat ball down here, which is one of our new favorite toys. I'll set it in the middle of the hallway right here.
So I'm sitting in the chapel by myself, just conducting an EVP session and also just kind of taking it all in, just listening for the sounds. There are some mice in here, and so every once in a while I'll hear like a little noise on the floor, and I'm just going to assume that all the noises I hear are the little mice. So last night when I was in here, someone kept touching me. Is there someone in here that likes to touch people? Can you tell me why you like to touch people? Can you tell me who likes to touch people? And we're wondering what you're trying to communicate.
Hello, my name is Craig. And I'm here tonight to basically communicate with anyone that's here. So come speak to me. Come talk to me. Let me know you're here. I don't understand. I'm going to walk into one of these rooms. Let's see who this is. Right, I'm back. Cat ball. So excuse me for walking away. I didn't mean to be rude. So come back and have a seat with me and tell me a little bit about yourself. But again, our reason for being here tonight is nothing but communication. We just want to speak with you. I just realized I do not have a walkie. I just realized I do not have a walkie.
I only managed to capture one strange voice on my recorder that seemed to be responding to me realizing I had forgotten my walkie. Other than that, things were pretty quiet. No knocks, no bangs, whereas Jonathan, Tommy, and Ashley the night before were experiencing lots of noises here. So much they even thought it was maybe something mechanical with it being so frequent. No one else reported the bangs throughout any other part of our investigation.
Were you trying to communicate with us that something happened to you? Maybe your heart? I thought I heard a voice, but I don't know. Did you have a heart attack? And maybe we're just picking up on what you felt. And so maybe you could tell me what happened to you? I thought I heard a voice. I thought I heard a voice. Some say that walls never forget, and if they could talk, they would be full of ghost stories. Remember, the unknown is closer than you think, and sometimes it reaches out from the darkness. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay curious, and most importantly, stay brave.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos or want to be a part of our live investigations, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you have any ideas for future investigations or want to share your own paranormal encounters, please feel free to leave a comment or send an email to crashmediaparanormal@gmail.com.